There are moments in life when everything seems still, almost like the calm before a storm. You might not see it coming, but deep inside, something incredible is preparing to unfold. For women, there are signs, quiet whispers from the universe, subtle shifts that indicate that something big is on the horizon. When God is about to bless you with a life-altering gift, He doesn't leave you in the dark. He gives you the clues, the signs that something extraordinary is about to happen. All you have to do is be still, trust the process, and recognize these divine messages. Stay with me because these signs are the key to understanding what's about to change your life. Watch this video till the end, subscribe and like to stay empowered. There's a feeling you've had maybe for a long time now. It's this restless stirring inside you, a quiet unease, a pull at your heart that you can't quite explain. You feel like you're not where you're supposed to be, like there's something more, something greater waiting for you just beyond the horizon. It's not a loud, intrusive voice, but more like a whisper from deep within, urging you to move, to change, to evolve. And it's unnerving, isn't it? You've tried to ignore it, push it aside, maybe even talk yourself out of it, but it doesn't go away. It intensifies. This is not a sign of weakness. It's not a sign that you've somehow failed or that you're lacking. No, it's the exact opposite. That stirring inside you, that feeling of discontent, is your soul's way of preparing you for something extraordinary. You're not restless because you're inadequate. You're restless because you're being called to something bigger than yourself. You've probably questioned yourself more times than you care to admit. You've wondered if this feeling means that you're ungrateful, if you're simply not content with what you have. But the truth is, what you're experiencing is a divine push. The universe, or however you choose to understand it, is preparing you for a shift, a transformation, a breakthrough that you cannot yet fully comprehend. And that's okay. You don't have to understand it all right now. This internal stirring isn't a sign of failure, it's a sign of growth. It's your soul coming alive, sensing something just around the corner, something beyond the life you've known up until now. And I know it feels uncomfortable, even confusing. It's like your heart is trying to tell you something that your mind can't fully grasp. But that's exactly what it is. Your heart preparing for greatness. And when it happens, when you step into that next chapter, you will see it. You'll understand why the stirring was there all along. What you're feeling right now is the energy of anticipation. The restlessness isn't a burden, it's a gift. It's a signal that something big is coming. That something beyond your wildest dreams is making its way toward you. And just like any gift, it's something you have to be ready to receive. This internal stirring is a reminder that you're not stagnant, that you're not meant to stay in the same place, in the same circumstances forever. There's more for you, and you're being prepared to rise into it. You're probably scared, maybe even a little unsure. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being unsure, with feeling nervous or uncertain about the future. But that stirring, that's not fear. It's excitement in disguise. It's the anticipation of a life that's about to shift in ways you never imagined. It's the sound of your soul whispering, urging you to step into something bigger than yourself. So embrace the discomfort. Don't resist it. Lean into it because the stirrings inside you, they are your soul's way of telling you that it's almost time. Time to break free from the old, time to let go of what no longer serves you, and time to step into the life you were always meant to live. And when it happens, when you take that first step into the new, you will look back at this moment and realize the restlessness wasn't a curse. It was a blessing. It was the very thing that led you to greatness. And you'll know without a doubt that you were always meant for this. There are moments in life when everything feels like it's falling apart, like the walls are closing in and the noise of the world becomes too much to bear. You can't find your footing. You're overwhelmed by uncertainty, by the weight of everything that's out of your control. And in the middle of it all, you ask yourself, why is this happening to me? It's easy to get lost in the chaos, to feel like you're drowning, to wonder if you'll ever find solid ground again. The struggles, the unanswered questions, the pain that feels like it might never end. Sometimes it can feel like they define you. But what if I told you that in the midst of this, there's something else waiting for you? What if I told you that peace is coming? A peace that doesn't make sense. A peace that comes not because everything is perfect, but because you realize that everything you're going through has a purpose. You see, peace isn't the absence of problems. It's not the end of your struggles. It's the quiet assurance deep in your soul that no matter what happens, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. That despite everything that's swirling around you, your life is still moving forward and God is still in control. Right now, you might be facing a storm, whether it's in your relationships, your career, your health, or your heart. It may feel like the world is pushing against you and you wonder how much longer you can keep going. But this is when peace becomes a choice. It's not a passive thing, it's something you choose to believe, even when everything screams for you to doubt. You've been through hardships before, haven't you? You've faced moments where you thought you wouldn't survive. But here you are. You made it through. And this time it's no different. The storm you're in right now might be fierce, but it's temporary. You've been through worse and you came out stronger. That same strength is inside you today, quietly waiting for you to remember it. In these moments of chaos, this is where peace enters. It doesn't come with a grand sign or a sudden shift in circumstances. It arrives gently like the stillness that follows a thunderstorm. And it doesn't ask you to deny the pain you're feeling or the challenges you're facing. No, it asks you to accept that everything you're going through is part of the story you're meant to live. Peace is a whisper. It's that small voice that says, you're going to be okay, you're not alone in this. Trust that this struggle will pass and you'll emerge stronger. It's the confidence you start to feel when you realize that no matter how long the night feels, the sun will rise again. It's the quiet certainty that God is paving the way for you even when you can't see it yet. Even when everything feels uncertain, peace lets you know that you're exactly where you need to be to receive what's coming next. And as you allow this peace to settle within you, something shifts. The weight you've been carrying begins to lift. Not because the struggles go away, but because you've stopped fighting against the flow of life. You stop resisting, and in that surrender you find strength. Strength to trust, strength to endure. Strength to move forward with the knowledge that despite the uncertainty, you are exactly where you need to be. Peace doesn't mean everything is perfect. It doesn't mean you won't face trials. But it does mean you found a place within yourself that cannot be shaken. A place that understands that all things are working together for your good. So take a moment right now and breathe. Let the peace settle in. The chaos will always come, but it doesn't have to take your center. You are more than your struggles. You are more than the noise around you. You are a person of faith, of strength. And in this moment, you can choose peace. And when you look back, you'll realize that the peace you're experiencing now wasn't just a fleeting feeling. It was a divine reassurance that even in the most uncertain times, you were never alone. You were always being guided, always being led, and the blessings ahead were already unfolding one step at a time. You've felt it, haven't you? That moment when everything seems to align in a way that you didn't plan for, didn't expect. It's like the universe suddenly starts moving in your favor. Things begin to happen, people begin to show up, and doors that once seemed sealed shut suddenly swing wide open. It's strange, isn't it? The way life can feel like you're struggling against the tide one day and then without warning everything shifts. It's not just a little good luck. No, it's more than that. It's as if the very forces that seem to oppose you, the ones that held you back, are suddenly working to push you forward. This shift doesn't happen by accident. It's not a random twist of fate or mere coincidence. It's a divine arrangement, a sign that something much bigger is about to unfold in your life. Maybe you've been waiting for a breakthrough, praying for it, working for it. You've been doing everything you can, but the progress seems so slow, so uncertain. It felt like no matter how hard you pushed, things just wouldn't change. There were walls everywhere, walls that kept you from moving, from growing, from achieving what you knew you were meant to achieve. You felt the frustration, the weariness of working without seeing the results you deserve. You've asked yourself, is this it? But then one day things start to change. It starts small. A word of encouragement from someone you never expected. An opportunity that seems to appear out of nowhere. A connection that shifts your perspective. You may even brush it off at first. You might think it's just a coincidence. But deep down, something stirs inside you. You feel it, a quiet but undeniable shift. People who once ignored you start paying attention. Doors that were once locked open just enough for you to slip through. You get the call you've been waiting for. The job, the recognition, the partnership, all those things that seem just out of reach suddenly feel attainable. You start to realize that this is no longer about what you can do alone. This is about something much bigger than you. You're not walking this path alone anymore. The universe is aligning to help you. Favor is surrounding you in ways you can't fully understand yet, but you'll feel it. And as you start to notice it, the resistance you once felt begins to fade. That's when you'll know this is the moment you've been waiting for. This increase in favor isn't a promise that everything will be smooth or easy. It's not a free pass to success without struggle. The storms may still come. The challenges may still arise. But what you'll realize is this: no matter what tries to stand in your way, favor will carry you through. When the resistance starts to fade, it's not because there is no more struggle. It's because you have been divinely positioned for what's next. The doors that open for you aren't just opportunities. They're signs that God has already gone ahead of you and paved the way. You've been walking through the fire and you've learned how to stand tall despite the heat. Now, the favor is showing up not as a reward, but as a confirmation that you're on the right path. It's the universe reminding you that what you've been through has been preparing you for this moment. Every setback, every disappointment, every time you doubted yourself, it was all a part of the journey that led to this. There will be times when it feels too easy, too surreal. Don't doubt it. This favor isn't a fluke. It's a sign. And when it comes, you need to trust it. Trust that you are ready for what's coming. Trust that you have been prepared and now you are being positioned for something so much bigger than you ever imagined. So when you feel this increase in favor, don't question it. Don't second guess it. Embrace it. Recognize it for what it is. A divine confirmation that the life you've been dreaming of, the one that you've worked tirelessly for, is now coming to you. And this favor, it's only the beginning. The resistance is fading. The doors are opening and you're about to step into a new season of life. A season of favor. A season of divine breakthroughs. And it's going to be everything you've ever hoped for. Have you ever felt that tug, the strange, unsettling feeling that some of the people around you just don't fit into your life anymore? It's almost like the universe is whispering to you that something is changing, something that's going to require more of you and less of the things and people that used to be a part of your world. The relationships you once thought would last forever begin to shift, and at first it feels painful. It feels like loss. It feels like abandonment. You're asking yourself, why now? Why is it that just when things are finally beginning to click, when you're about to step into something new, people begin to fade away or even pull back from you? You've worked so hard to build connections. You've invested time, energy, love. How could it all just change? But this isn't about losing what's valuable to you. It's not about the people who drift away or the bonds that break. It's about something deeper. God is moving you into a space where only certain relationships can remain. The ones that are meant to help you grow, to push you forward, to elevate you to where you are destined to go. The truth is, there are people in your life who, despite the love they may have for you, cannot walk with you into the future that's waiting for you. It's hard to accept that some people may no longer be a part of your journey. Maybe they were there through tough times. Maybe they've been by your side for years. But as you grow, as you get closer to the blessings that are meant for you, you begin to realize that you're being called to a new level. And some of those relationships no longer serve that purpose. This doesn't mean you should carry guilt for outgrowing people. This doesn't mean you're abandoning anyone. It just means that as you step into your destiny, the space you have for others changes. You start to need people who align with where you're going, not just where you've been. And those relationships that remain, they're the ones that will stretch you. They will challenge you, not just to stay comfortable, but to rise higher, to be better, to learn more about yourself and the world around you. There's something about this process that feels like both a loss and a gift. It's uncomfortable, yes. It's painful, absolutely. But you're not losing what you truly need. You're clearing the path for what will help you grow. Think about it. The relationships that remain, those are the ones that will carry you through. The ones that will help you build, help you rise, help you transform. Those are the people who will be there when you need them most, when you are stepping into a place where others can't follow. It's in these moments of shifting relationships that you're called to trust the process, even when it's hard to let go. You have to trust that what's leaving your life is making room for what is meant to stay. The connections that are meant for your next chapter will come naturally. They will flow with ease because they are divinely orchestrated to bring you closer to who you are becoming, to help you reach the next level of your purpose. It's painful to let go. It's painful to see those who were once close to you start to fade. But understand this, you're not losing them. You're making room. Room for new connections that will elevate you. Room for the people who are meant to walk with you through the doors that are about to open. And while it might hurt, this is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. It's part of your journey to becoming the person you were always meant to be. And in the end, when you look back, you'll see that the people who stayed, those were the ones that helped you get there. Those are the relationships that shaped your success. So trust the shift. Trust that as you move forward, you are not alone. The right people will find their way into your life, and the ones who are meant to go will leave, making space for the blessings that are coming your way. You've been carrying something heavy for so long now, a weight that's been pressing down on your heart, your mind, your every step. It's not just the physical exhaustion, but the emotional toll that's worn you down. You felt like you're trudging through life, dragging this burden behind you, and some days it's all you can do just to keep moving forward. You've wondered if it's ever going to end, if you'll ever be free from this constant weight, this struggle that never seems to let up. But here's the thing, when you're on the verge of a breakthrough, when God's blessings are finally ready to unfold in your life, you'll feel it. You'll feel that burden begin to lift. It won't happen all at once, but in that moment you'll notice it. Something will change, and it will be undeniable. The weight you've been carrying, the heaviness that's been suffocating you, will begin to lighten. You've spent so much time fighting, holding on, pushing through the pain and the hardship. But what if that's not what's needed anymore? What if the time has come to release what's been holding you back? It's scary, isn't it? Letting go of the things that have been with you for so long. The wounds, the fears, the failures, the anger. Letting go of the old patterns, the old way of thinking, the old beliefs about who you are and what you're capable of. It feels like surrendering, doesn't it? Like you're giving up on something that's been a part of you for so long. But in that release, in that moment of letting go, something powerful happens. You begin to make space. Space for the new, space for the blessings that have been waiting for you all along. And when you make that space, when you finally allow yourself to release what no longer serves you, something shifts deep inside you. It's like a weight has been lifted from your soul, and for the first time in a long time, you can breathe. You feel lighter, free. It's not just the absence of the struggle, it's the presence of something new, something fresh, something that has been waiting for you. You'll feel it in the way the world opens up to you, in the way the people around you start showing up in ways you never imagined, in the way doors that were once closed begin to crack open. You'll feel it in your own heart, your own body, in the way you carry yourself with more strength, more peace, more purpose. This release, this freedom won't be easy. There will still be moments of doubt, moments when the old struggles try to creep back in. But you'll know deep down that you've crossed the threshold. You'll know that you've stepped into a new season, one where the burdens that once weighed you down no longer have power over you. You'll know that the breakthrough is real, that the blessings are not just coming, they're already here. And when that weight lifts, when you feel the shift, when you feel the divine release, you will know without a doubt that your time has come. You'll understand that all the pain, all the struggle, all the hard seasons were not in vain. They were preparing you for this moment, for the release, for the freedom, for the blessings that are now on their way. This is your time, this is your breakthrough, and you're finally ready. You know that feeling, the one where despite all the noise, despite the confusion and the chaos, there's a whisper deep inside you, urging you to move in a new direction. It's subtle at first, almost imperceptible, but you feel it. It's like your heart knows something your mind hasn't yet caught up with. The path you've been walking doesn't quite fit anymore, and what once felt comfortable now feels like a trap, a weight. You've worked hard, you've put in the hours, the effort, the sacrifice. But somehow, despite all that, something has felt off. There's been a void. It's not a lack of achievement or success, but something deeper. A sense of purpose has been missing, like a puzzle with a piece that doesn't quite fit. And now, out of nowhere, that piece is starting to fall into place. You can't explain it, but you feel it. The moment when your passions begin to align with your calling. When you wake up and realize that what you're doing is no longer just a job but a mission that's been preparing you for something much bigger than yourself. You can't shake the feeling that there's more to this life than you've been living, that there's something much greater waiting for you just around the corner. This isn't an accident. This is divine guidance. There are moments when we're given a glimpse of what we're truly meant to do, what we were put on this earth to accomplish. And when that moment comes, it doesn't feel like an epiphany. It feels like the unlocking of something that's always been there. It's like all the years of struggle, the doubts, the pain, the confusion suddenly make sense. You realize this is why I had to go through it all. This is what I was being prepared for. Maybe you've always known there was something bigger for you. Maybe you felt it deep inside but couldn't quite put your finger on it. You've tried other paths, you've tried other pursuits, but nothing has felt like it's truly fit you, like it's truly been yours. Now, as if by some unseen force, you're being positioned for something that speaks to your soul. You can feel it. It's like the universe is rearranging itself around you, guiding you toward a purpose that's uniquely yours. It's a strange thing, isn't it? To feel that your work is no longer just for survival, for paychecks or recognition, but for something that matters, something that leaves a legacy. When you feel this new sense of purpose, there's a clarity that comes with it. The fog starts to lift. What was once blurry and uncertain is now sharp and focused. You know what you have to do. You know where you're supposed to go. But the truth is, stepping into this new purpose isn't always easy. It's scary. It requires you to confront your fears of failure, of judgment, of the unknown. The path you've been on has been comfortable, even if it hasn't been fulfilling. And now you're being asked to leave that behind, to step into something that feels bigger but also more uncertain. But there's a quiet strength in that uncertainty. It's the strength that comes when you realize you were never meant to stay in the comfort zone. You were always meant for more. When you step into this purpose, it's not just a change in what you do, it's a change in who you are. The work you put out into the world begins to have meaning that goes beyond just personal gain. It becomes about something bigger than yourself, something that impacts others, that leaves a mark on this world. You're not just moving through life anymore. You're living with intention, with clarity, with passion. As you embrace this purpose, you'll feel a peace settle over you, a peace that tells you that no matter what challenges come your way, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. That your path is aligned, that the struggles, the setbacks, the detours, they were all part of this journey preparing you for what you're about to step into. You're not just working for yourself anymore. You're working for something greater. And when you feel that, when you know it, there's no stopping you. This new sense of purpose will fuel you, drive you, and push you forward in ways you never imagined. The work you're about to do will be your greatest work. The life you're about to live will be the one you were always meant to live. And everything you've gone through will come into focus as the foundation of something far more significant. You are being prepared for what's next. The clarity you feel, the sense of purpose rising within you, this is the confirmation that you are on the right path. Trust it. Embrace it. You are stepping into a new chapter of your life, and it is going to be bigger, brighter, and more meaningful than anything you've ever known. You've been here before, haven't you? That place where everything feels so uncertain. The fear gnaws at you. The doubts fill your mind, and every step forward feels like you're walking on shaky ground. You know that what's ahead could be the breakthrough you've been waiting for, but the unknown feels like an enemy you're not sure you can face. You felt it. The pull of something greater, the call to move forward, to take the risk. You're standing at a crossroads with the weight of the decision pressing down on you. Stay where you are in the comfort of what you know, or take a step into the unknown and embrace what might be waiting for you on the other side. And it's terrifying, isn't it? The fear of the unknown, the fear of failure, the fear of leaving behind everything you've built to reach for something that may or may not be real. You've worked so hard to get where you are, and now you're being asked to let go of the safety net, to risk everything for something that you can't even see clearly. It feels overwhelming. It feels impossible. But this is where the story shifts. This is where the magic happens. Because what you don't realize is that this fear you're feeling, this uncertainty, is not a sign that you're about to fail. It's a sign that you're about to experience something extraordinary. It's a sign that God is preparing you for something that's bigger than you can imagine. The courage to step out doesn't come from your own strength. It doesn't come from your own plans. It comes from something far greater. Is divine empowerment. Is the power of God working within you, urging you to move forward, to step into the unknown, even when you can't see where the path leads. This courage you're feeling, it's not an accident. It's God preparing you for the blessing that's about to unfold in your life. You're being called to take risks, to step outside your comfort zone, because this is the moment when your transformation begins. It's not about everything lining up perfectly. It's about trusting that even in the chaos, God is in control. You might not see the whole picture yet, but you don't need to. You only need to take that first step. You've always been capable of more than you realized. You've faced challenges before, haven't you? Times when you thought you couldn't go on, but you did. You found a way through. And this time it's no different. The courage to step out is the same courage that has carried you through every hardship, every setback, and every time you thought you couldn't take another step. This courage is not the absence of fear. It's the willingness to move forward despite it. It's the knowing that something life-changing is ahead of you. And though you can't see the full picture right now, you trust that it's going to be worth it. Because when God calls you to step out, He's already gone ahead of you. He's already prepared the way. All you have to do is trust that He's with you every step of the way. And when you take that first step, when you move through the fear, when you leave behind what's comfortable and familiar, something shifts. You'll feel it deep in your soul. The heaviness will start to lift. The fear will still be there, but it won't control you anymore. You'll realize that in taking the step, you've already won. You've already stepped into the life that was always meant for you. This courage to step out, it's a sign that your life is about to change. It's a sign that the blessings you've been waiting for are just around the corner. When you move forward in faith, even when it feels uncertain, you open the door for God to work in ways you can't yet understand. This is where the transformation begins. This is where the new chapter of your life unfolds. And one day, when you look back, you'll see that the fear, the doubt, the uncertainty, all of it was just the fuel that helped you step into the blessing that was waiting for you. You were never meant to stay in the comfort zone. You were meant to rise, to move, to grow. And now you're finally stepping into the life that's waiting for you. This is the moment that everything changes. This is the moment you've been waiting for.